So, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It is Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parsh Behar. One parsha, pretty quick. Nice and Moshe's bar mitzvah, so 60 psukim. He also lucked out, short laning. So tomorrow you'll be home plenty of time to have your herring and chump and all that good stuff. So, no, nothing else to talk about, just really Shmita. Shmita is kind of the thing. Shmita and Yovel in this parsha. And everyone has the fancy question. Har Sinai, Lamar, talks about Shemitah. So the question is, what's special about Shemitah? Well, because the answer is, well, just like everything is at Har Sinai, so Shemitah, all the pratim, all the details were Har Sinai. And the fancy question to that is, again, that's cute, but why Shemitah? Why not say Behar Sinai Lamar, talk about Shatnez, and we'll have the answer. Why Shatnez? Well, Shatnez, the pratim are here. It was also said by Har Sinai. The question is, why are we putting Shemitah and Yovel by Har Sinai? What's the purpose of this? And Steve Shalom really has a fantastic answer. And he talks about Har Sinai is a very special moment, obviously, is the moment that people realized two things. That, first of all, their emunah was the strongest they ever had. The Jewish people were shaking with emunah, shaking with this belief in Hashem, to the fact that they lost neshama. Literally, they had to be revived. The Malachim had to revive them, whatever it is. This emunah that they were feeling wasn't just in the mind or in the heart. It was through their whole body. Their body was shaking. Sometimes you see people that are in the moment, they're shaking with excitement or they're shaking with something. They feel it in their core. They literally feel it in their fingertips and their feet. Their whole body is shaking with awareness. And this is what the Siva Shalom's talking about, that there's two levels of Emunah that they had at Har Sinai. First is the fact that Hashem controls the world. Hashem runs the world. And this is really indicated when it comes to Shemitah and Shabbos. Very similar. 6 days a week, we have Shabbos. 6 years, we have Shemitah. And the purpose, the Siva Shalom and many versions talk about, is this awareness and this emunah that a person has to have when it comes to Shabbos and Shemitah. We don't think about it too much, but the generations before us, this was a big deal. Most people had to work on Shabbos. There was no jobs out there. And if you didn't work on Shabbos, then there was nothing. You really had no job. And fortunately, we don't live in that situation anymore. And most companies are off Saturday, they're off Sunday even. We don't have to kind of really sacrifice for Shabbos. So to Shemitah. Nobody listening on this podcast, no listening to this Bar Torah, is a farmer, I'm pretty sure. So we can't really relate to it 100%. But think about it. Years ago, it was a big deal to literally not work for an entire year. Was you're really opening up yourself to starvation. And not just that, you couldn't plant for the 8th year. So literally, 7th year, you're running out of food because the 6th year stuff was ending. So the 7th year kind of had not so much. And the 8th year, you're kind of trying to play catch up and trying to survive with almost nothing that grew in the 7th year. And that's a big deal. A couple of years ago, we had our third Shemitah in Israel. And I went up to the gardener and I said to this dude, I said, what do you do in Shemitah? Because what could you do? What can't you do? So he more or less said the psak that he has is to protect the existing stuff he's allowed to do. So to water, to make sure the agriculture is still working, to make sure that it's not going to dry out, make sure things are still planted. That's fine. But it comes to new things, improving, pruning, planting new stuff, new projects, new things that he can't do in Shemitah. Okay. I said to him, what percentage is that of your business? What is that? He says, it's about 25%. So I'm like, well, there you go. It's not 100%. It's not like you can't work the whole year, but 25%. And how many people amongst us could literally take a 25% discount? If the rabbi said, you know what, instead of making 150 or 100,000, whatever it is, Don't work as much. Take 2 days off each week and learn instead. Just go to Kolo or work until 2 o'clock, and the rest of the day you don't have to work so much. Um, Not many people here would do that. Even if the rabbi said, "Oh, I promise you, you'll have parnasa, you'll have better at the 8th year," most people wouldn't do it. It's this level of amuna that we don't have it, I don't think, but something that they had, which is kind of the first piece of Amunah. This year Hashem says, which Hashem created the world. Hashem is Amunah. Hashem created the world. He's mounting the world. And Shemitah is literally that. Shemitah rolls around, and the Siva Shalom says, it's not much how you work, it's how much you don't work. And the belief that Hashem is going to take care of me, whether I put in 40 hours a week, or 50, or 60, or 30, or I'll just take the year off. That's what Hashem wants. This is Hashem's land, Eretz Yisrael, and there's a certain shefa that comes. Whether I'm working or not, it's going to come. And if I try to cheat the system and work on the Shemitah year, terrible things will happen. Meaning, Gemara says you lose the land. You lose the land. So when I think I'm going to work extra and make more money by working on Shemitah, the opposite is going to happen. I'm going to lose the land, which is why the punishment of not keeping Shemitah is Golus. Wow, sounds a little extreme. No, not really, because this is Amunah. The lack of Amunah in Shemitah means you lose the land, exactly what you don't have faith in. So that's the first level that Sir Shalom talks about, this first level of Amunah. The second piece is not just that Hashem controls the land and Hashem controls the world. The second level of Amunah is we are the chosen people, which is why after 7 weeks we have Shavuos, Mountain Torah. So Mountain Torah is that as well. When we go up to Har Sinai and Shavuos rolls around, we're not just getting the Torah. We actually have belief in not just the Torah, but we're the chosen people, which is the next level. Which is why 7 weeks is Shavuos and 7 Shmitas is Yovel. So Yovel and Kabbalah Torah is very similar as well. Once you have 7 Shmitas and you work up your Amunah to believe Hashem controls the world, Hashem controls what I'm going to do, Hashem controls the land. 49 years in, 7 Shemitahs in, I get to Yovel, where now land goes back. The whole year is holy. Literally, the whole year is holy. It's a year after Shemitah. We're on the highest level. 7 Shemitahs get to Yovel. That's the highest level. And that's something that we're trying to work up to. And then Siva Shalom says, Lord, these 2 pieces are really important to remember when it comes to Shavuos, which I saw this on Wednesday. The fact that, we're not just celebrating the Torah on Shavuos, the fact that we're Aham Nivchar, which is the second piece. And I thought it was kind of interesting because the next day, Thursday, I got Levi, and make the Brach Torah. Sher Bachaban, we call him in the Nasan Taraso. If you think about it, you make a bracha, Hashem gives the Torah, Laska Torah, Harevna, but Bachar Banim Kol Amin, how is that? Never thought about that. 54 years, never thought that Bachar Banu should be part of Birkas Torah. Thank Hashem for the Torah. Okay, let's read the Torah. The Torah is sweet. Baruch Hashem, Lasok, we're reading the Torah. Asok, terrific. Bachar Banu. And the Sir Shalom, I think if I would have said, if Sir Shalom would be alive today, I'd probably go to Slonim and knock on his door in Yerushalayim and say, this is a shot, maybe you should put this in your sefer. Is the fact that, right here, the fact that the Torah is the Torah, but also we are worthy of the Torah. We're chosen to get the Torah. And this, the Sir Shalom throws this last piece, is that this is our tafkid of Meisfira, which I've said, I think, every week for the past few weeks. Everything is preparation for Shavuos. It's Midos, we learn Avos, some people learn Masechta Sota, because there's 49 blots. Some people, so wow, there's lots to prepare. And the truth is, yeah, there's a lot to prepare. Shavuos isn't just the Torah. Shavuos is us being worthy of the Torah, and which is perhaps why we learn Masechta Avos. When we treat people better, that person is worthwhile, that person is important. And then the truth is, I'm important. If I have to treat somebody with importance, if that person's important, I'm important. And we have to remember that, especially in these times. We're getting, unfortunately, the news and the press and a lot of things on social media. And we're kind of quiet and this and that. And the point is, we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be. I'm not saying spend all your day trying to fight with these Arabs online. But the truth is, this is something that we should remember. That they have their tzad, and we have our tzad. We're not really supposed to be quiet. My friend Akiva, let's call him Akiva, because that's his name. He mentioned he's doing this DEI, this inclusion program, and one of the people on the panel mentioned, "Oh, I can't do the program. It's Ramadan or some fast." And my friend Dan was like, all these years, 20 years, I never mentioned that I needed kosher food or I need concessions because I'm Jewish. We just kind of kept it quiet. And the truth is, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't keep it quiet. We have to remember the Torah is important and we're important. Everyone can open the Torah. Everyone can open up online and find the Torah, but we're the chosen people, meaning that the Torah means something to us and we have to be worthy of the Torah. And hopefully we remember these two lessons as we kind of get our way to Shavuos. Machshav the Torah, and also treat ourselves better, be machshav ourselves. And hopefully we treat ourselves important and we treat us important. The world will treat us hopefully better. And then we can really be right to Makabel, the Torah on Shavuos. Shabbat Shalom.